So I got this question on one of my most recent videos. It says, great tip, but my question is, how do you know what trends will come up? How do you identify these trends early? And I really first want to just appreciate the fact that you reached out and asked a question. It means so much when I get to be able to help people with their Pinterest marketing strategy. So let's get right into it. Here is your very first way. I want you to open your Pinterest page right on the home feed. You can see right here it says home feed. So this is my Pinterest page, my profile, and you want to start typing in your niche keywords. Okay, so in this example, I'm using dog food. And then you can see in the drop down, there's dog food recipes, recipes homemade, storage, station, dog foods. Oh, okay, you get the idea. There's all of these things that are auto completing, right? These are trending in search on Pinterest. So these are the words that you want to start using in your pins, in your boards, in your descriptions, because this is what your audience is typing into the search bar. Now, I want you to just pay attention to when we look here, profiles can pop up. This means that they are using those keywords in their profiles, and your profile is searchable. So anyone who is searching for the dog food, if you're using that keyword in your profile, they can find you in that way too. So these are popular and trending terms. That's one way. So your next way is using the trends tool on Pinterest. So again, I typed in dog food and it's popping up things. Now this is a little more in depth, right? So we're gonna go with this one, okay? And let me get myself out of the way maybe. So we're doing homemade dog food recipes. And so you can actually look and change here your date range. So you can see that it was peaking in January of 2024. It's peaking again in June of 2025. So it's highly likely that it is going to peak again come January. And it already looks like it's going on an upward trend. So you can sort of use this to understand what's going on. If you scroll down a little further in the Pinterest trends tool, it'll actually give you related trends. So lazy mom dinners, vet approved homemade dog food recipes, and then again, homemade dog food recipes, vet approved, right? And we can actually add those and it'll show, multiple lines. Then it even breaks it down further for demographics. And then it shows you the popular pins that are using this keyword. So the Pinterest Trends tool is super powerful, and it's a really good predictor of what kind of stages that keywords go through and seasons, especially if I'm not sure what your niche is, but if it's something that's, seasonal based, then this would be really powerful for you. Okay, so the next way to identify these trends on Pinterest is to, again, do the search bar, but actually follow through with the search. So we're no longer seeing the drop down here anymore, but we are seeing these bubbles, these colored bubbles. So these are further long tail keywords, right? So this would be dog food recipes, homemade, easy. Dog food recipes, homemade, vet approved, okay? Vet approved and healthy, right? And all of these things that are in these colored bubbles that you see at the top there, those are the keywords that are trending for this. I'm sorry, those are the longer tail keywords that are trending for this keyword. So that's a lot. I know it's a lot. It's a lot. I'm sorry. But you want to use all of those in your pins, in your boards, in your descriptions, because those, again, are what your audience or your potential, potential customers are searching for. Okay, and then another way is when you are actually creating pins, I want you to start testing things, right? Test out some of those keywords that you found. Test them out when you're creating pins. Pay attention to what pins you're using what keywords in which ones are getting the most engagement, which ones are getting the most saves, and do more of those, because that's a huge indicator of what direction your audience is going in and what they're actually looking for. So another thing that you can do when you're testing and when you're sort of analyzing what is going to trend is also look at your competition. Look at what the other people in your niche are posting. Look at what keywords they are using. Pay attention to if they're getting any comments or engagement on their pins, because that's a good indicator that people are interested in that and are going to be searching for that, and that you should use that. So again, I really, really appreciate your question about this. I hope that I've answered it pretty thoroughly onto how to identify the trends early. I really want you to poke around with the Pinterest Trends tool, explore your keywords. I want you to drop your niche keywords into the search bar, see what auto populates. I want you to look at those bubbles and explore your competition. Once you have a list, I want you to start creating pins and testing your keywords out and see what is going to really engage your audience. And again, thank you for your question. Let me know if I could be of any more help to you and for anyone else who's watching this. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them down in the comments. Hit subscribe so that I can share more Pinterest marketing tips with you. And yeah, that's it. Thank you guys.